Okay. Who is Mr. Lujan on? Is it a Torres or?
I believe he's on hold then, Your Honor.
Oh, Ben, okay.
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. Have you been assigned a court yet, Sebastian?
Yes, I'm in CC4.
Okay.
CC4.
I'm surprised the jail's not here yet.
I think they might all be at the annex. Let me go ahead and give them a call.
Oh, they still have a couple of minutes. And they're probably tied up with CCR3.
Yeah.
There he is. Mr. Livingston is on smock.
On Smog and on Lopez, Judge.
Okay. Okay. Good morning, Annex. Mr. Livingston,
Good morning.
may I have Colin Smock, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Smock. Court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Colin Smock, cause number 2022-0C06149. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Ryan Livingston on behalf of Mr. Smock, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
You are Colin Smock.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear a firm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Charged with the offense of evading arrest alleged, to have occurred December 10th, 2022 in El Paso County, Texas. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty? Mr. Smock?
Guilty.
All right. Mr. Livingston, have you reviewed all the evidence in 3914?
Yes, Your Honor, I have, but the state has complied with that article.
All right. That being the case, the court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, sentence you to 140 days plus court costs with credit for time served on everything, and cause number 2022-0C06015 will be dismissed. Anything further, counsel?
Your Honor, state affirms that it complied with 3914 and defense counsel has already agreed to that.
All right. Thank you.
Agreed,
May
Your
I
Honor.
have, pardon?
Agreed, Your Honor, and nothing further from the defense.
Okay.
Mhm.
May I have Darren Lopez, please?
Yes, ma'am. Lopez?
Good morning, Mr. Lopez. We set this matter for a pretrial today to see what's going on your misdemeanor. I know you filed a motion for competency in the 409th, Mr. Livingston.
Yes, Your Honor.
Has that come back?
It has, Judge. He was found to be incompetent, and there's an order committing for 120 days to the state hospital pending the clearinghouse list.
Okay,
And I did forward to Ms. Cachola the report from the 384th.
all right.
I just did that this morning.
Do you want us to transfer this case over there as well so he can earn the credit time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, well then we will do that, Mr. Lopez, and we'll see where you're at then, although he already has 178 days, so it's pretty close.
Yes.
Okay. Then if there is nothing further, you may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor. Nice to see you, Judge.
Likewise. May I have Mr. Holben, please?
Sorry, Your Honor, what's the Mexican name?
Jonathan Holben? Good morning, Mr. Kennedy.
Good morning, Judge. How are you doing this morning?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Good. How's that city council treating you?
Well, being the chair of the Financial Oversight Committee has become more interesting by the day.
All right. All right, court calls the case of state of Texas versus Jonathan Holben, cause numbers 2020-C02461. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Ryan Kennedy for the defense, and we're ready to proceed, Your Honor.
Okay, we set this matter for a pre-revo. Is there a recommendation, Mr. Morales?
Yes, Your Honor, the recommendation would be 45 days.
Okay. Mr. Kennedy?
We wanted to, it's actually two items we're on today.
Correct.
Let me talk to my client. We haven't made the final decision on the 45 days, Your Honor. But there's also a bond issue, and I know that we were waiting on that one. I can probably have an answer from my client within the next, 3 or 4 days. We can sit down and have an answer on the recommendation on this.
Okay.
And in the meantime, if we could get him out on bond, I think that would be beneficial for all of us. It makes our contact easier, and I think we'll have better conversations at that point, Your Honor.
All right, then let me get him sworn in. You are Jonathan Holben.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
So help me God, yes, Your Honor.
All right, what do you have, Mr. Kennedy?
Your Honor, this is one where we were double checking to make sure where he was going to be living because we wanted to verify addresses and everything. And we
Right,
have verified that he will be living with his uncle, Timothy Holben, at 6700 Southwind, and there is a phone number with that. He gets continued support from his mother, who is here, and his grandmother. He will be returning to work at Wingstop at 2900 North Mesa, and he is reaching out to continue his recovery through treatment. He's a 2016 graduate of Coronado, and he will be going back to Southwest University to complete his automotive tech studies. He's already reached out to some of the programs to try and start working some of the recovery programs. His family is fully committed to helping him with that, and they realize that his pathway to moving forward on any of these issues is to battle the drug issues that he has had in the past. And he hopes not to return that by continuing his work and continuing with the program. The bond was at 3,500 cash or surety, and very honestly, he was homeless at the time that it was picked up. And the issue there was that he was getting money for drugs. So what we would ask is for a PR bond on this, and I will have an answer then on the pre-revo within just a couple of days. We can sit down and have a conversation and move forward going that way, Your Honor. So we would ask for a PR bond.
Mr. Lujan, do you have anything to say?
Well, Your Honor, the only thing that we had discussed last time was we were worried about where he was going to be residing, Your Honor.
Right,
We talked about that. And since he has a place to live, I can, be able to monitor him. Where
Okay.
he's at, Your Honor.
all right. Well,
I would ask that he call me, Your Honor.
pardon?
I would just ask that he call me right when he gets out so that I can have contact with him, Your Honor.
Okay, and then in addition, if we give him a PR bond should be able to monitor him. Mr. Morales, do you have anything?
Your Honor, I thought that the last time, if I remember my conversation from the last time, the bond had a no contact order for either the uncle or the mother. And I believe that was the concern in regards to even letting him go on PR bond, I believe. Unless I'm remembering a different case.
He was out on probation, deferred adjudication on
Okay,
the assault family violence, and I believe that was a girlfriend.
okay, I must be thinking of a different case then, Your Honor.
Yes.
I have no other objection. There are no objections from the state at this time.
Okay, then the court will grant a $2,500 PR bond. Mr. Hoban, you are to continue to reside with your uncle at 6700 Southwind throughout the pendency of the bond. You are to commit no new offenses, no illegal substances, show up to court, keep in contact with PR bonds, find employment, and a 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew where you can't be out unless you're working or going to school. Any violation of those conditions will cause a warrant for your arrest to be issued.
Yes, Your Honor, I understand.
All right. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state.
Nothing from the defense. I was just going to say, if I could, Your Honor, Jonathan, please call us immediately.
Yes, sir.
We'll move forward on this. And Mr. Morales, I'll reach out as soon as I have a chance to talk to Mr. Holben.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. You may be excused.
Thank
May
Thank you,
I
Judge.
have, Jesus Huerta, please.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Lujan. Good morning, Mr. Parra.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Jesus Huerta, 2023-0C0-2150 and 2023-0C0-2317. We set these for a pre-trial, and first off, we need a waiver of arraignment apparently on some of these, on probably both of these cases. So
Understood.
you please get that to us. And then you're free to talk to Mr. Morales and see what it is you're going to be doing on these.
Understood, Your Honor. I'll get that to you.
Thank you.
And Mr. Morales, my portal is not working. And I wanted to see if there had been any change in the offer, sir.
I do believe that the original we were discussing between with the amount of time you were asking a reduction to 100 days. I'm inclined to do 100 days.
Okay,
If that's okay with you, I will go ahead and prepare plea papers on both cases.
okay. And I'll meet with Mr. Huerta to get everything
Okay.
signed. Okay.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
And as soon as we get those back, we'll set this matter for a plea.
Thank
Understood.
you, Your
Your
Honor.
Thank
Huerta,
you.
pay attention, sir.
Mhm.
You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
And lastly, may I have Mr. Juan Flores, please? Good morning. Okay, court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Juan Flores Jr., cause numbers 2022-0C0-5015 and 2023-0C0-2984. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Ana Yaldo with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Juan Manuel Flores Jr., also ready.
You are Juan Flores Jr.?
Yes, ma'am.
Let me have you raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Flores?
Yes, ma'am.
Charged with the offense of driving while intoxicated, alleged to have occurred October 16, 2021, and driving while intoxicated with a 0.15 low or above, alleged to have occurred October 22nd, 2022. To those charges, sir, how do you plead, guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
Any priors other than these?
There is a 2022 conspiracy to transport aliens. That was a conviction, but otherwise no priors, Your Honor.
Okay, and what was the blow or blood draw on the 2984 case?
2984 was a 0.191 blood.
All right, I thought there was also resisting, is that correct?
The resisting will be deemed as part of this plea, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court will follow the state's recommendation, find you guilty, Mr. Flores, and sentence you to 60 days plus court costs with a $500 fine on the DWI with credit for time served on everything. And these two cases will run concurrent with each other. Anything further?
State is complied with the 3914 disclosures, Your Honor, and I'm sending the dismissal for the resisting as we speak.
Okay,
That's correct, Your Honor. The state has complied with its obligation. Nothing further from the defense.
and you may be excused if somebody will call Ms. Caballero.
Thank you, Judge. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care.
I'm going to take a quick break right here.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you,
Your
Judge.
Honor, we have one defendant left.
Pardon?
We have one defendant left, Mr. Torres Alonso.
Right, I'm going to call his lawyer right now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Ms. Caballero should be logging on.
Any word on Ms. Caballero?
Yes,
You should
ma'am.
be logging on, Judge. I just telephoned. She said that she was gonna log on. She was in the 409th.
Okay. Hmm.
Judge, Mr. Peace is here, by the way. I just want to let you know that he is here.
Okay, we'll be with him shortly.
Yes, Judge.
That went rather smooth.
Was fast.
Mm-hmm. But as usual, there's always a hiccup.
Yes.
There she is. May I have Mr. Torres, please? Where did the? All right. Ms. Caballero? There you go.
Your Honor, thank you for
Good
waiting.
morning. Court called the cases of the state of Texas versus Alonso Torres, cause numbers 2020-0C0-1545 and 2019-0C10974. We're here on another pre-revo. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
Teresa Caballero on behalf of Mr. Torres. He has a.
All right, so the recommendation, Mr. Morales?
I believe we were at 100 days last time, Your Honor.
Okay.
I'm
And
sorry, 90 days. That was my original rec, 90 days.
90. Okay. Ms. Caballero, what does your client wish to do?
Well, Your Honor, he does have the pending felony. A revo. And it's also a revo. You were trying to. And we have, it's in the 171st and we're trying to negotiate that, but if we take anything in your court, Your Honor, then it'll just be the basis for his revocation on a felony without.
Well, I believe these are both revos.
Right.
And there are several allegations. What is the status of the felony revo? Are you still working on it?
Yes, Your Honor, we've had one hearing on it And I can tell the court that Judge Rongel is super on top of her revos and her probationers. So. And the family cannot bond them out. So I am a little weary of the revo on the felony.
Okay,
I'm afraid to agree to anything in the misdemeanor.
once the felony is resolved, what do you expect to happen on these two?
I expect them to get wrapped up. I expect them to either dismiss the revos in your court, or we come to some agreement that would be agreeable to your honor.
Okay. What is he on probation for in the 171st?
Possession of a controlled substance under 1 gram.
And how much time do you need to wrap that up?
I'm gonna ask for 3 weeks, Judge. Because I'll ask them for another hearing and letting them know that there's a case pending in your court that you want to see resolved soon. And it'll take me a couple weeks to get on their docket.
Okay, I'm going to give you the 3 weeks and then we will, if you'll get back to us after you have that hearing and let us know what you'll be doing, we'll either set this for a plea of true or a contested revo.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, anything further, counsel?
Nothing from the state, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
Okay, then that wraps up our docket. Annex, thank you very much.
Thank you, Your
Bye-bye.
Honor.
Everybody may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.